Three, two, one, go. Good evening, everyone. ESBR Boxing. We are back with another review show. We're in a slightly somber mood, I suppose, given that what we've just witnessed. We witnessed the defeat of Michael Conlan by Alberto Lopez, fifth round stoppage in what has to be frankly said was a fairly one-sided fight. Conlan wasn't really in it, and he was stopped fairly conclusively a couple of times before that as well. I've got my guys here, the main men. I've got Gregory, Scottish Gregory, but I've got Irish Niall bringing the Irish contingent here as well. Obviously, he's been probably more deflated than I am. Lads, I'm going to come to both you guys basically and then just ask you initially for your immediate reaction, obviously, to what you've seen there. And I'm going to come straight to you, Niall. I'm going to come straight to you, the Pride of Ireland. How are you feeling after witnessing that?
Yeah, devastated, as you say. Sort of big Conlan fan, the national pride and that. But it's the shock has kind of overtaken the devastation for me at the minute. Just surprised at how easy it was. I know
Mm.
myself and Gregory spoke in a video before, and I actually picked Lopez to win, but I couldn't see a stoppage, and especially that early. But well, credit where it's due. It's an incredible performance, to be honest.
Gregory, over to you as well. Like, what's your immediate thoughts on that? It can be emotive, it can be considered, but what are your immediate reactions to having witnessed what we've just seen there?
Yeah, I'm a little bit shocked, Elliot. I thought that if Lopez was going to win by stoppage, it would have been late when Conlan was tired. I thought that it would have been a competitive fight for about 8 or 9 rounds, and then maybe the championship rounds were the ones that really counted. But I can't get over Conlan's tactics. I cannot understand how a guy who's not a puncher goes in and holds his feet with a guy who is known to punch. So, yeah, I'm a little bit shocked, to say the least.
Well, Greg, I'm actually going to pick you back up on that. And we're getting a sort of BBA sort of style of questioning here. So I'm come back to you and ask you immediately. Really, you were talking. Obviously, we are talking off air with sort of what's happening throughout the fight as well. And you were saying, obviously, you're surprised at the way Conlan was fighting. Obviously, compared to his tactics against Leewood, who obviously is a puncher as well. Why, essentially, what reasoning do you think there is? Obviously, you've boxed before, but what reasoning do you think there is that he adopted those tactics? Obviously, they were the wrong tactics, but why do you think they happened? Do you think there was potentially a false sense of confidence in the two sort of comeback wins that he's had, that he nearly got over the line with Leewood? Like, why do you think he abandoned, like you said, that sort of in and out style that he had that was so effective, that pure boxing style? Um, yeah, I just want to get your reaction basically to that, if possible, please.
Yeah, no, I think you're right, Elliot. I think that he's maybe got a little bit of a false sense of confidence from the two comeback fight wins, but I think he's tried to go in there tonight and kind of surprise Lopez. I think he maybe thought Lopez thought that he's going to go on the back foot, try and trick him all night, run him down. But Adam Booth is a smart trainer. Try and get him to do both. Try and get him to go in and out, but get him to hold his feet at times as well. Keep Lopez always thinking. And he didn't. He just held his feet with a guy who is a really awkward, hard puncher. I can't understand Elliot. I think he's let himself down tonight. But do you know what? Fair play, Mick Conlan. He got in there, fought for the world title again. But I think when he looks back at them tactics, I think he'll be really disappointed.
No, you're one of the bravest Irishmen I think I know here in saying that you actually backed Lopez to beat Conlan beforehand. What was it? What was it just about the two styles, the two fighters that you thought, and how did you in your prediction in your mind's eye see the fight playing out, please?
Well, pre-fight, yeah, I just thought stylistically it was a bad fight for him because of how unorthodox he was throwing his shots. Like it's very rare you see a fighter like that. He's throwing shots from all angles. He throws the loop and hooks the uppercut almost up from his feet nearly, and that played a big part tonight. And his volume punching, his pressure fighting, I thought was wrong for someone like Conlan. So I thought he'd end up coming on strong late and drowning him, but I didn't see that happening. But I just thought in terms of being unorthodox,
Mm.
unorthodox volume puncher and great body work, great uppercuts. I thought he'd give him a tough night. So yeah, but I'm shocked that as you mentioned before with Conlan's tactics as well, that played right into his hands, which is a big surprise to me.
No, absolutely. I think we'll give the respect obviously to the champion, and we'll talk about essentially what's next for him as well. But staying with Michael Conlan, obviously there was talk, about other fights. There was talk about fights with Lee Wood. Just say we're recording this before the Wood Lara rematch. We don't know what's happened there as of yet, but there was obviously talk potentially Josh Warrington's obviously sniffing around the division. There was even talk beforehand that maybe on the same card, Nick Ball would be fed the winner if were the winner to be Conlan. I'm going to come to you. Niall again, do the following our ABBA style of questioning, and ask you essentially where do you think Michael Conlan goes from here?
See, that's a tough one because this result now is a disaster for him, respect at a world level. He's been in with Wood and he it ended in catastrophe and he came back and now there's this. So it's hard to say. It's going to be a long road back, but I was thinking of this question really where next for him, and maybe there could be a change of scenery for him. Maybe if he drops down to 122, because I know he ventured down there a couple of years back for a couple of fights. So maybe a change in weight class. That his power might he might pack a little bit more of a punch and be able to take a bit more of a shot. But featherweight now is going to be a long road back from. I don't really know where he goes at 126. To be honest,
Let me ask you one quick question before I pass over to Greg as well. I'm going to ask you just a simple yes or no question here, and that is: do you think Michael Conlan will ever become a world champion in any weight division?
it's going to break my heart to say this, but no, I don't think so. And that's devastating to say, but I just don't think I can't see it happening now. Whether that's the shock of that result talking or not, but I just can't see it happening.
Well, thank you very much for your honesty, Niall. I'm going to go to you, Greg. Greg, same question to you to start off with. Do you think Michael Conlan will ever become a world champion? And then I suppose off the back of that, yes or no. I mean, where do you frankly see him going after this, please?
No, and I see him going up to lightweight. Sorry, super featherweight. I should say not lightweight, super featherweight.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, but do you think? I mean, obviously in that division, obviously he's not necessarily known as a puncher already, Conlan. But do you see him being able to sort of make inroads in that division, or do you again just see him sort of top 10 fighter, top six, top five, sort of that sort of area? Or do you see him? How do you see that next sort of maybe next year, 2 years playing out for Conlan? Were we to move up?
Yeah, Niall Elliott. I don't know why, but I kind of see him struggling at the weight. I don't know why. I know what Niall's saying. He's went down before, but I don't know. I think the older you get, you kind of struggle a little bit, and I just think that he might be looking to go up, and that might be a good thing because he might go back to what he knows and actually boxing and being in and out. But I don't see him being world champion early. I think that there was something there with Michael Conlan where he could have been, but he had to take the right fights at the right time. I think Lee Wood was his time. I think he was winning that fight. Sometimes these things just don't work out for people, and I think that was just that night. It was his night, but it just didn't work out. So yeah, I don't really see him making a big impact on world level either at 122, 126, or 130.
So interesting you say that actually, because I was also when he was warming up, I did notice. I was looking at him thinking his physique actually has changed a little bit since the Wood fight as well. He did look leaner,
Yeah,
especially in the arms as well. Like he just looked generally a bit more wiry. But we'll go to I suppose, and we'll have to do just fair play. We've got to show respect here to the champion. Obviously, Lopez has come through this. There's other obviously champions in the division. Are you looking for essentially for him to from now well to now to obviously have a sort of unification fight? Do you reckon is that the one? I mean, obviously, it's Josh Warrington still sort of sniffing around. Obviously, he's been beaten by him already. But do you think, yeah, do you reckon where do you see the champion going? And we'll go back to you, Greg, please, on yeah, first out of the two of you.
guys, I love our British fighters. I love our Irish fighters fighting, but I want Lopez Lara. I think that's a fun fight, man. I think somebody's fucking going down there, and I'm really, really up for it. So yeah, I think we need to be honest and give respect to Lee Wood. I would love nothing more than a Lee Wood win tonight, but if Lara wins, I want Lopez Lara. I think that's a really, really weirdly interesting, exciting fight.
Niall, over to you as well, please, sir.
I agree. Yeah, the Lara fight is very very interesting. It'll be all action. All Mexican affair. But another fight now I'd love to see, and I think it'd be great as well, is the Nick Ball fight. I think Nick Ball against Lopez will be non-stop fiery action, and if they're setting Nick Ball up to face the winner tonight, which turned out to be Lopez, I think that will be a brilliant fight next. I'd love to see Ball Lopez next for me.
Excellent. Thank you very much, guys. Well, I think it goes without saying. I think yeah, obviously Lara Lopez would be two very unconventional styles mixing, and like you said, be all action. There'd be a lot of power punches thrown. Nick Ball also conditioning wise, we've seen earlier tonight can go 12 rounds. For me, I think it'd be a good fight, but equally, I think Nick Ball. I'd like to see Nick Ball maybe have one, maybe two more before I see him fed to Lopez. But equally, we'll see how he gets on there. But guys, I want to come to you both here and just say thank you very much. Obviously, this is a reaction video. We're reacting to the shocking, I suppose, end to the fight with Michael Conlan, even though some people might not necessarily have been shocked by the result. I'm going to say, yeah, keep watching. Obviously, we'll probably have another review show in a minute, depending on what happens with Lara and Wood. Greg, Niall, thank you very much for your time. Is there anything you'd like to say by way of passing comment to those watching?
Thank you
No,
so much for having me.
yeah, thanks a lot. Great to talk about it. And
No worries, guys. Thank you very much. And yeah, see you guys soon. Thank you very much, guys. And thank you all for watching.
yeah,